Hey there everybody, welcome back to Witchy World. On the last episode we completed most of the western zone, and on this episode we're going to be doing quite a bit of stuff. But first, we need to go to talk to Wumba. You have Globo, want to give to Humba? I was going to wait to do this because you have to, but I'm actually going to do it now because there's a couple things that you have to do first with Wumba before you can do other things with Mumbo. So, you need the Wumba transformation in order to get to where Mumbo is. So, anyway, we're a money van. We have tons of coins, and all the coin-operated stuff in Witchy World we can use. So, we just walk up to a door like this, honk our horn, and we can enter on it. Simple like that. And down here we have nothing much. It's also fun running into stuff like, hey, get out of the way. Clock. Clock! And of course you fall down things that you can't reach, but you can jump really high this way, so. Clock! Hey, get out of the way! And of course they try and run, but they can't run. Anyway, first thing we're going is Area 51 over here. We got a honk to get in. And we have a Jinjo. Let's collect the Jinjo. This is the first thing we're going to do. Second thing we can do is over in Space World. Or the Space Zone, I guess it's called. So let's go over there and do that. Space Zone. Hooray! We're gonna... It's just like the movies! Oh, I missed. There we go. Finish up business. In here we have our treble cleft. Alright, now we have to make our way over to the Inferno, because that's the last area we haven't been to is this truck. And there isn't really too much you can do with this truck, but there's some areas that need it. So let's go ahead and we can explore some of the Inferno as the truck. So here we have a coin bank. Pay here to enter the fearsome furnace of the Inferno. Okay. The ride is now open. And now that we've done that, this opens. Hooray! So the Inferno is pretty cool. It's kind of hot, but you know. Alright, so let's go into this first door that's over here. We're actually going to do this part as the truck because we get to see some fun stuff. So let's go ahead. You can't get hurt as the truck, so it makes doing this ideal because you can get hurt in this area as Banjo and Kazooie because of all these spikes. So doing this just makes it a little easier. If you continue all the way across these spikes, I actually don't know where I'm going because there's no light. There we go. There's an illuminating ghost here. It can't hurt you or anything, but... Oh, there is nothing over here. But, yeah. You can at least use fire eggs. Alright, so now that we're in here, where do we have... This is the Cave of Horrors. We're inside, we have Gobi. Sorry, but I'll only talk to Banjo and Kazooie. Alright, so Gobi is from Banjo Tooie. In here we have a dinosaur. Sorry, but I'll only talk to Banjo or Kazooie. Okay, he doesn't know who we are, but it's just kind of there. And over here we have a Jinjo, so cool. And that's all we really have. That kid we saw last episode in the Space Zone who wanted the burgers, there are random spots in Witchy World that those kids can be, so they're not always in the same place. Usually they're in the same place because there's only so many places those kids can be. One of the places is inside the Cave of Horrors, but because, well, it just wasn't the luck of the draw, it just didn't happen that way, so we'll go back and there's Banjo-Kazooie. Over here on the other side, we're actually going to wait to go in. Because over here we need to do something as the truck. Alright, so continuing in, we got this. We can walk around in lava in the Inferno as the truck, but we can't as Banjo-Kazooie. Let's just open that, and inside is a Cheeto page. There's our first Cheeto page of Witchy World, I think. I think it's our first Cheeto page. Oh god, I hope not. Otherwise, Otherwise, I'd be doing terrible. Alright, so here we have that switch. Over here we have a Globo. Let's go grab the Globo. And we have Mumbo's skull over here, so let's go ahead and warp back to Humba because we're done with the truck. We don't really need the truck for anything else right now. We will in a second, but for right now, I'm done with the truck. Alright, so let's become Humba. And we go back to Humba. And jump right in. I want to be Bear and Bird again. Bear and Bird. Banjo and Kazooie. Whoa, I'm upside down. Alright, so let's go visit Mumbo, because now that we've unlocked the Inferno, we can become Mumbo. And then, of course, we have to be Humba again to do some other stuff. So let's quickly warp over to outside Mumbo's skull. And let's just go and visit Mumbo's skull. I think there's Jinjo up there. No, maybe there's not. Maybe I'm just going crazy. And there's nothing back here. You always gotta check behind the skulls, because sometimes there's some weird thing hidden there. Oh, we got a honeycomb piece over here. What's our total completion for this? 3 honeycombs, missing a Jinjo, missing 2 notes. Okay. Well, we collect all the honeycomb pieces pretty quick in this area. Anyway, let's talk to Mumbo. Welcome again, Bear and Bird. Oh, we got a Globo. Must give magic creature to Mumbo if want help. Want Mumbo help? Yes. Sure, we need all the help we can get. We've heard this a million times before. Okay, so let's go ahead and do stuff with Mumbo. Mumbo has a weird power in this one. He actually uses it in 3 different spots, I believe. I believe it's 3 different spots, I think. We'll find out. The first one is right at the entrance to the world, as you guys saw. So let's go ahead and do this. We got Witchy World. Here we go. Anytime you see one of these red things, that means the electricity is powered off. So we need to electrify this area. So let's do it. Hope this works. Zap. Oh, it looks so cool. So we got some lights lit up now. Area 51 is glowing and blinking. Perfect. There we go. So here's the first area done. Also something that never really occurred to me until now is, or I just didn't think of saying it because I didn't really think it was that necessary until now when I just remembered, oh, dirt. In Banjo Kazooie, if you die in a level, you lose your note progress for that level. But in Banjo... Oh yeah, there's the switch right on top of the ticket booth. Anyway, in Banjo Tooie, when you die, you don't actually lose your note progress because you keep the notes. So, whenever you die, you still have the same number of notes that you had in a level. Compared to Banjo Kazooie, when you died, you had to collect all of them again. So that's just something I do like about Banjo Tooie that they changed. So over here we have another one. Hope this works. So let's power the Dodgem Dome. And it's the same thing as before. And of course the Dodgem Dome lights up now. And that little spot in the middle there that I thought would zap me actually does zap now because it's powered with electricity, whereas before it wasn't. Door of the Dodgems is open. Hey, who said you could live? It wasn't me. Hey, come back here. There we go. And even though I have full health, I'm gonna collect your honeycomb as life because that's the way Mumbo rolls. Ikomboko. Alright, now our last place we have to go is inside the star spinner. And there's one more over here. This is the last one. Don't try and hit me with your hammer. Alright, let's go ahead. Hope this works. Cool. And I really like the look of the area, this area, once it lights up. And of course there we have a Jiggy. And now that the star spinner is active, it gets possible to do. So doing this basically activates rides for us to get Jiggies. So we've gotten a bunch of stuff to do. And there's the thing running away. I don't even remember what they're called. The magic thingy. There's a whistling coming from over here, but don't be fooled, it's actually a Minjo. Ow. There. Take that. Okay, so now we are headed back. Hey, who's this? Okay, well, there's one of the bears. What's this? Oh, it's a honeycomb. I actually need these. Okay, so one of the bears is outside the dodgems. One is in the star spinner. And I actually haven't found the last one yet. Okay, so I'm just trying to keep a note to where all the bears are, because you can't collect them all right away, but yeah. So anyway, we are going to return to the Dodgem Dome here as Humba's money cart. So I'll meet you guys back here in a second. Alright, so returning back to the Dodgems now. Ugh. This is the last thing we need the truck to do. Just because it's a pain, because it makes you use the truck to get into the Inferno. Then you have to use Mumbo to open the Dodgems. Then you have to use the truck to pay for the Dodgems. Doop. The ride is now open. Cool. So we've paid for the Dodgems. Good. So now we can leave. So that's it for Wumba's power in this level. We're gonna go return to Banjo Kazooie, and I'm actually gonna return to Space World. So come back here to the Space Zone. It's funny, I actually wasn't going to say let's go back to the Space Zone, but then I remembered, well, actually the Space Zone is what we just unlocked everything in. So there's a whole bunch of Jiggies for us to get there, so let's go to the Space Zone. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to the Dodgems, because, well, the Dodgems is kind of fun. It's also kind of annoying, so let's just get it out of the way first. So Dodgem Dome Lobby, let's go into the game number 1. The 1 versus 1 challenge. You're in a bumper car, you're against this weird thing in a bumper car. Let's see you collect 60 points worth of Twinkies in 45 seconds. Whack the bear. Alright, so you're controlling this thing going around. You have to collect 60 points worth of these things. Again, blue is worth 3, red is worth 1, green is worth 2. This one's really easy. Just dodge the guy. He's chasing you. He's not trying to collect them, he's just trying to stop you from collecting them. But it's ridiculously hard to not collect them in this game. I mean, every time you collect some, you can hear them booing you, but like really, like 1v1 challenge is just too easy. Like I'm probably gonna break 80 points. So yeah, 83 points, pretty easy. You've beaten game 1 with 83 points. Now I'm gonna try my second challenge. Alright, so Dodgem game number 2 is a little bit harder than game 1 because you have 2 chasing you instead of 3. So we got a 2 versus 1 now. Or which one is the gas pedal? And then of course we have Banjo. Let's see you collect 50 points. So we have to collect 50 points in 45 seconds. So I think it's same amount of time. or maybe slightly less, but a good number of twinklies. So again, it's not hard. Like if you stick around the outside, then they can't really get you. There are points at which they can trap you in the corners when that's like really unfair when they do that. But I'm having a pretty good time so far, so no big deal. 6 points worth of twinklies right there. That's pretty good. Wish I would have got that other 3-1 when I was. See, now they got me stuck. There we go. I managed to escape. And of course we got 40. We got 50 points right there. No big deal. So 55. Hey, what's this? You've beaten game 2 with 55 points, but there's still my 3rd challenge. Alright, so we did 1, we did 2, dodge 'em challenge 3. Let's do it. This one's not that hard. Well, actually, this one is a lot harder than the other ones. We got a 3v1 now. I like how it changes the intro view depending on how many you have here. You're in for a real ramming this time, pal. Alright, so now there's no real way to start going because they're all kind of coming at you. Collect 40 points in 45 seconds. Whack the bear. So slightly less number of points, but we got... yeah. I think in this game you're given more of the 3s and 2s than the 1s, which is understandable because, I mean, like, you're being chased by 2 or 3 guys that are just trying to bump you off here. And I already beat the game, so it's not that bad. I mean, they kind of screw themselves over because they kind of mess up and bump into each other a lot while they're chasing me, and that lets me kind of go around the outside. So as long as you keep going around like this, one of them stays in the center and the other 2 are constantly like bumping them. So this one's not that hard. Honestly, I think the number 2 game is harder than this one, because in here it's just too cluttered, and because they're always chasing you, you can always kind of break them off. That's right, hand it over, you bony hag. Alright, so for clearing the dodgems, of course, we're awarded with a jiggy. So let's go grab that. And now it's off to the star spinner, which is our next area to go to. The star spinner is the second one we powered up over here. And it's pretty straightforward. This one's just a simple platforming minigame. Just climb onto the first star, it'll take me up. And where's the other star? Here it is. Oh, too late. And it'll keep going up and down and up and down and up and down. We have to time our jump right. Jump to the next one. There's the next star. Keep going. Then once we get onto the platform, this is spinning. And this one is spinning too. So if we get on top of it, no big deal. Just climb that. It's not a hard minigame, the star spinner, but it takes some practice to get used to it if you're not used to it, I guess. So let's just jump off of that. This one we can jump off. There we go. And we made it back to the ground in one piece. Perfect. Lovely. I love it. Alright, it looks like we're nearing the time up. And wow, we didn't accomplish too much this episode. Well, maybe we did. We got 2 jiggies. And we did a lot of other stuff involving the van. And maybe we did do a lot of stuff. I don't know. Well, I kind of don't want to leave it here. Let's go do one more thing. Accomplish one more thing. And I actually ran the wrong way around Gucci World here. Let's go back to the entrance to the level and find out one thing to do here. Over here we have Miss Boggy. If you've played Banjo Kazooie, you'll remember Boggy the bear. Hello there, little darlings. Have we met, lady? Not personally, but I believe you helped my husband out a while ago when he still lived on Freezy Easy Peak. Ah, then you must be Mrs. Boggy. How is the big guy? Oh, a little older, a little fatter. He's given up flood racing and taking to watching his new widescreen TV all day. Lazy oaf. Anyway, I must be getting back home. I told my children, Groggy, Soggy, and Moggy, to meet me up here. I don't suppose you feel like rounding them up for me. Alright, so we have to go round up her kids, and they're around the park. We've seen 2 of them. Actually, don't know where the 3rd one is, but I'm sure we'll find them in our travels. Whoops. Alright, so let's hit that. I'll just pop it back on the grill, and punchers will never know. Oh, I've been rumbled. His jimmies have been rustled. Anyway, so that'll do it for this episode of Let's Play Banjo Tooie. On the next episode, we're going to be starting... Actually, let's finally go to the Inferno. That entire area is kind of a mystery. We went in there once to get Mumbo's skull, and then I kind of showed the other area, and then we never really went any further than that. So that'll be the next episode. So I'll meet you guys back over there, and I'll see you guys next time.